I will be reaching in 5 minutes.
No problem. A good wealth manager will always welcome his or her client first before proceeding to the main topic. Once they settle down, the manager will ask about how much the client is intending to invest. The client will then let the manager understand her financial situation and other personal information in order to assess the level of risk that is more suitable. The manager then presents the different products to let the client understand better. As we have already learned about the products in Lesson 2, let us take a look at what a wealth manager will consider before building a portfolio for the client. Age is considered the most important aspect, and a method to determine the proportion of stocks is to take 100 minus the investor's age. Another method to build a portfolio is called multiple choice investing. For example, if the customer has funds of 6 months of his pay and is willing to withdraw in case of emergency, this shows that he has more liquidity and can take up to more risks. Next, according to which age group the customer belongs to, they have different kind of investment bundle. These are the characteristics and examples of appropriate investments. For middle-aged, they tend to have more responsibilities and cannot be exposed to too much risk. Therefore, less risky investments are preferred for the group. Lastly, retirement stage mainly wants to preserve their capital and simply aims for being conservative. This age group should be exposed to the least amount of risk. The following factors, consisting of 1 goal and 4 constraints, should also be considered before investment begins. Let us first take a look at the different goals. There are 3 different kind of goals depending on what the investor have in mind. Examples are listed respectively. Time horizon constraint represents the amount of time needed in order to get back a certain amount of return. Liquidity measures the ability an investor can convert that investment to cash. Risk tolerance is how much the investor is willing to undergo at certain point of time during investing. Taxes refer to the tax that different incomes will have to face. With all the basic information gathered, next we will be looking at some methods of investing. The dollar cost averaging method requires the investor to pull in a fixed amount of money at fixed time intervals. Basically a buy and hold strategy that averages the cost over time. Constant dollar method divides the investment into 2 parts. A fixed amount for each part will have a trigger point which funds are transferred in order to maintain the target dollar amount. Lastly, for variable ratio, the investor will be exposed to the highest amount of risk as it is an attempt to buy low and sell high. When the ratio rises or falls by a predetermined amount, the amount invested is reduced or increased respectively. Investing starts, the portfolio will be assessed by the wealth manager. The following are some reasons to revise the portfolio: changes in economic conditions, major life events, and also proportion of one asset class increases or decreases substantially. Ultimately, a good wealth manager will have all the previous parts covered to provide the client with the best services. Feel free to take a look again at this video if there are any parts that you missed out or is still unsure of. That will be all for now. Acquiring new clients from scratch can be very time-consuming as it is tedious and sometimes expensive. Taking into account lead generation, the cost of a referral is substantially much lesser than a non-referral. Opportunity to develop occurs when clients are sensitive to price. By lowering prices on services, we can offer some cross-selling. Doing so, a relationship manager improves his profit margin. Here we can see that service is actually very important as it stands the largest percentage. Therefore, implementing the systematic registration and being able to analyze the problem are crucial. Clients are becoming more price sensitive and demands better services. The relationship manager have to understand their needs, focus on the higher value clients and creating value-added services for them. Revenues also have to be boosted to meet the client's expectation. Relationship manager also provides non-financial services. They help to organize a client's individual life and plans for them. From relaxing at a beach to planning their travel schedule and so on. Assisting property and home services from finding all the way to moving in are included as well. In between, they can have a strong trusted bond, and this will make credible referees for these types of services. Lastly, main reasons is to obtain revenue diversification, incremental revenue opportunity, and increasing client loyalty.